Hello, welcome to the Sacred String. I am Greg Vaughn, and today we're going to do the second lesson in learning our triads. Now let's review what we did in the first lesson. We talked about how moving between two notes, and when you want to move a full whole step, you want to move 2 frets. If I start on the 5th fret, go to the 7th, that's a whole step, and that happens to be a C going to a D. That's the 5th fret to the 7th fret on the G string. A half step movement is only 1 fret on the guitar. So a whole step is 2, half step is 1. The formula for the major scale is 2.5, 3.5. That means 2 whole steps, half step, 3 whole steps, half step, and then we're back at the beginning. So it's going to go. And the half steps are between the 3rd and 4th notes and the 7th and the octave, or the root note again. That's another way to remember it. Everything else is whole steps, but when you're on the 3rd and the 7th, the next note is a half step. We talked about how your basic chords are made up of what are the notes in what are called the triad, a 1, a 3, and a 5. So if we have a major scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, an octave, I take the first note, the 3rd, and the 5th, and that gives me my major triad. Okay, and the spacing there was 4 frets followed by 3 frets. The first inversion of that was 3 frets followed by 5 frets. And the second inversion was 5 frets followed by 4 frets. Okay, now what we're going to do today is we're going to learn the minor triad. To change a major triad to a minor triad, what we want to do is drop the 3rd interval a half step, which again on the guitar means we're going to take it down 1 fret lower, or towards the headstock. So here's our major triad. We're going to drop that 3rd interval, and so now instead of playing the 5th, 9th, and 12th fret, we're going to play the 5th, 8th, and 12th. And instead of our spacing being 4 frets and then 3 frets, now it's the reverse. 3 frets, then 4 frets. Okay, now the first inversion, we're going to take our first finger, move it up to the 8th fret, put our pinky on the 12th fret, put the first finger of our right hand on the 17th fret. That gives us a spacing of 4 frets followed by 5 frets. That's the minor triad first inversion. Now, for the second inversion, we're going to put our first finger on the 12th fret, put our pinky on the 17th, and put our first finger on the 20th. First finger of the right hand, 20th fret of the G string. That is going to be the minor triad second inversion. So here's all 3, and I'm going to do some finger tapping, both patterns, to illustrate ways to practice them and see them. Here's the regular triad, just 1, 3, 5. That's the first finger tapping pattern we worked on. Top note, middle note, bottom note, middle note. Here's the second finger tapping pattern. Top note, bottom note, middle note, bottom note. Now let's go to the first inversion and do the first finger tapping pattern. Here's the second. And now let's go to the second inversion. And here's the first finger tapping pattern. And here is the, that's the first finger tapping pattern. Here's the second. Okay, so now you've got 6 shapes to play with, and you can go crazy and do all sorts of cool things in your solos and follow chord progressions around on the guitar. Now, the eventual goal with these 6 shapes is you want to be able to play any major or minor triad on one string on the guitar, any of the 12 keys, starting or ending at any fret that's possible on whatever guitar you're playing, because not every guitar is going to be the same. Some guitars you're going to have 24 frets. There are crazy guitars that have 27. If you're playing on an acoustic, you might only be able to get up to maybe about the 15th fret, kind of going past where the neck attaches to the body on the 12th fret. But you just want to be able to adapt and use the inversions to be clever and play those triads all over the place, up and down the neck. So work on these minor triads in addition to the major triads, and also work on learning the names of the notes, every note, every string, every fret. And that's going to help you apply those triad shapes, the major and minor, and the ones we haven't even done yet, diminished and augmented, and be able to very quickly come up with cool melodic ideas to play over a chord progression. So keep rocking, keep practicing, and I will see you next week.